Introducing the latest cutting-edge light from Phantom, the PhotoBio MX, an LED like no other. PhotoBio MX is designed specifically to increase crop yields and maximize growth. This 680-watt fixture delivers 15% more light to your canopy while using 35% less power versus DEs. The high-efficiency, contiguous circuit board delivers unparalleled light uniformity to the canopy so your crop flourishes. The PhotoBio MX advanced performance stems from its innovative S4 spectrum. It is a highly efficient full spectrum with a healthy red-to-blue ratio to drive photosynthesis and penetrates deeper into the canopy, triggering desirable photomorphogenic responses to give you the vigorous growth and optimized flower development you're looking for. The MX is strategically designed to keep diode temperatures low to keep your yields high. The heavy-duty aluminum alloy structure features 4 6-inch wide heat sinks recessed 3/4 inches below the frame, allowing heat to dissipate and the fixture to breathe. It's that kind of thoughtful design, backed by extensive testing, that results in a high-performance fixture with rock-solid reliability. The PhotoBio MX is a slim-profiled fixture with a remote-capable driver, providing flexibility that not all LED fixtures have, so you can customize it to fit your situation and goals. And mounting the driver below the fixture leaves ample space to get more vertical plant growth. The PhotoBio MX LED provides high durability and increased flexibility to address your growing needs. It's rated IP65, lab verified to be liquid and dust resistant, creating a more dependable fixture. When paired with an ancillary controller like the Autopilot PX, the Photo Lock Control provides you with even more control capabilities for your light delivery. The new PhotoBio MX from Phantom. Extraordinary performance, extreme efficiency, exacting design. Power your grow with the new PhotoBio MX LED. Learn more at phantombio.com and hydrofarm.com.
Biochar is charcoal used for agriculture, and it's a game changer. It is created through a process called pyrolysis, a technique that bakes wood in a low oxygen setting at high temperatures. The result is a carbon-rich charcoal that improves soil health and fertility. Here's the science behind it. The porous nature of biochar provides an ideal habitat for beneficial soil microbes. These microbes, in turn, help in the decomposition of organic matter, releasing nutrients into the soil. Additionally, biochar also has a high capacity to retain water and nutrients. Not only does this save resources, but it also makes the soil more resilient to drought and nutrient depletion. Here's a good way to think about it. Biochar acts like a sponge, soaking up nutrients and water and releasing them slowly over time. The end result is healthier, more fertile soil that supports robust plant growth. And this practice is nothing new. Thousands of years ago, South American indigenous tribes utilized biochar in their agricultural practices. You probably didn't know that the Amazon rainforest is actually a man-made garden, with biochar as the key ingredient of an ancient supersoil, and it remains some of the most fertile on the planet thousands of years later. Despite its benefits, biochar can initially compete with plants for nutrients due to its high absorption capacity, potentially reducing nutrient availability to plants when first added to soil. Organic inoculated biochar by Foop Organic Biosciences solves this problem, and it's like nothing you've ever seen before. This biochar is inoculated with fish manure, providing it with a ready supply of nutrients and beneficial microbes. As a result, it will immediately begin to enrich your soil and will never compete with your plants for nutrients. By using this organic inoculated biochar, you're not just adding biochar to your soil, you're adding a nutrient-rich, microbe-packed soil amendment that's ready to start benefiting your plants straight away. So, whether you're a farmer tending to vast fields or a gardener nurturing a small vegetable patch, this new organic inoculated biochar can help you improve your soil health and fertility, which will allow your plants to uptake nutrients more efficiently. Biochar represents a bridge between the past and the future, a tool that was once used by ancient civilizations and is now being harnessed by modern agriculture. Try FOOP today and see the difference for yourself.
Eastern time. Can't hear me at all. Awesome. What about now? Can you hear me now? I'll wait a second till we see if we get some yeses. Yeah, I did that. So I was trying out this the little wireless mic, and obviously it's not going well with the laptop. So anywho, where I was at was, welcome to Talk It Out Tuesday. I'm your host, Chris Fisher, aka Purple Hairs Gardens, and it's May 28th, 2024, 6:39 p.m. now. We lost a few minutes there. And what's going on? Sorry about that, guys. See who we got in here so far. Jill, Bradley Gibson, Pepper Jennings, got the man himself, GrowFam Homestead, and Ash Grows. Let's see if these are them trying to get a hold of me, like, fix your sound. Nope. Alright, cool. So looks like I'm back. Everybody can hear me. What is going on with everybody today? How was your Tuesday? How was your Memorial Day weekend? What did you guys do? Anything big plans? Anybody do anything crazy? Hopefully not. Yeah, I'm not sure what was going on. That's the new, what is this thing I just got? I didn't just get it. I've had it for a couple weeks. I've just not really played with it yet. One of these things. Just got it off Amazon. Little wireless lapel mic. We'll play with that later. What's going on, Chris? Thanks for stopping by, man. Getting those tags out there. Thank you guys. If you could, please do the same. Get some tags out for some folks. Let's get them over here. I think I got this shared out to everywhere I'm supposed to. it's a little difficult to do because like I made it as the page, and then it's kind of tricky for me to go in some places and share it because I posted it as the page and not me. It's really weird. Facebook's really getting on my nerves the last couple weeks with this stuff. Can you guys hear that music? I think somebody said they could. They could hear the music, but not me. I'm tired. I know that's right. I just saw Jill's comment. If I can get the comments to come back. What's going on, William? Got Derek Cope in the house. Todd, I'm gonna try to not click all the names, guys, because it's just lagging really bad for some reason. So I don't want to like wait on it to click. Derek Cope in the house. Hey, made it to a live finally. Todd, Abby Rhodes. It was good. My regular garden is killing me. Got bugs and I'm not happy. Uh-oh. What kind of bugs you got? I've been seeing a lot about that. A lot of people, I mean, whether it's vegetable garden or cannabis garden, there's a lot of people gonna have problems with bugs already this year. Jill said she spent the weekend nursing her sore ass body and burnt shoulders. I know. I'm still fried. It's pretty rough. Shoulders, the neck, everything. Judith said they had the kiddos and grandkiddos over all weekend. Heck yeah. I can just barely hear that music. We'll put it right there. Guys, I'm gonna get ready to smoke something here. I smoked one a while ago while I was shaving this head. It was way out of line. See if I can get that glare off the top of it. That's when I think about shaving the head. Look at that. The glow. Ready to pack up a cone here. I am smoking on. Find a nice pretty one to put up there real quick. I gotta find something to put behind this so we can get to see it. That won't work. Just that much. My kid just heard me say that. She's looking at the thing right now. Nope, hang on. Let's get the light on. That'll help. That is what's called melted brain freeze. It's a pretty purple color. Frosty and sugary. Oh, and we're gonna smoke it right now. Well, here in a minute. So yeah, Jill went with me. I was bringing up Jill's comment. She went with me up to the property last week. Helped me get some stuff taken up there and get a lot of stuff done. And you know, what is it? What's a Tuesday without a story about how a bunch of things went wrong at the homestead, at the property? We'll get into that in just a minute. Let me get caught up. Got Moses in the house. What's going on, man? Won't be here long. Headed to the drum circle, but had to drop by for a second. Oh yeah, man, have fun with that. Rode the bike to the Magic Bridge this weekend. And to kill one of my babies, she hermed on me, started growing nuts under its buds. Ah, it happens, man. I had one too. Abbey Road said, what are we talking about tonight? So I'm going to give a little update on what we did last week, what I've been doing all weekend. It's been a lot of stuff going on. Did a trip up north, took up what we had to take up there, and transplant everything. Got a bunch of pictures we're going to show of everything, a couple videos we'll play, and then I'll show you what we got behind us in the tent that we moved around. As you guys know, I had the 10x10 set up, had everything in it. As they were going in and out to get acclimated to the outdoors on the last live. They took the ride. They took the ride, and they took the ride well. And big shout out to Jill for helping me out with that. If I, without her, I wouldn't even had a way to get them up there. So, yeah. Relying on drip automation for the next week while on vacation. Oh, good luck, man. That made me a nervous wreck the whole time. She said, not sure. Thinks it was mites. Someone was eating a purple plant. Oh. So that looks good. Thank you, thank you. I chose not to wear the hat tonight since it was freshly shaved. Chris said it smokes just like it looks. Yeah, it's really good, man. This melted brain freeze, just deep purple all the way through. Just I can't even really describe the taste or the smell of it. It's just a great mix of everything. Green thumb. Sebastian, Florida for the week doing work on the Outlaw's house. No weed. Oh man. Oh man. It's a bad place to be stuck with no weed. Man, let me get a hashtag up. So guys, we're gonna give away. Let me get it up there first. Before yeah, participating. This microphone being in my way. Slash. Alright, so what we're going to give away tonight is from the GrowFam. GrowFam Homestead. You guys remember we did they did the, was it back around Mother's Day? Was it Mother's Day? I can't remember. I think it was. They did the Seed to Change giveaway. You guys got your hands on that. Congratulations on that. So tonight we're going to be giving away a Seed to Change GrowFam box, which is, as you know, a regular GrowFam box, but it's going to have packs of seeds and swags, but you're also going to get the 2 packs of vegetable seeds as well. And Steve, I want to let you know that it's built with love and certification. So let's get this hashtag up here real quick. Hopefully it does it all in one word for me. And we'll get it on the screen. Derek Cope said, I hope to win soon. I want to get this up, guys. We're going to let this run for a while, probably for the majority of the show. And then we're going to go into, once I get this thing packed up and lit, then we'll go into showing some pictures, videos, and what's behind me in this tent. What everybody else smoking on tonight? Bro said her babies are getting big. Eric said, what's up from Captain Redbeard Seeds? What's going on, man? How have you been? Stopping by? Got some sour glue, felt a bit like home, and I'm usually a sativa leaning girl. Heck yeah. I'm not a big sativa fan. Some days, sometimes, it's required, but not a big sativa fan. Not really a big hybrid fan either, so I got a couple that I like, but everything for me has to be pretty downer, pretty indica dominant. Those are the terms you're going with. I would say indica dominant would be what I need. That's why everything I have going this year for the outdoor is all like 80-20 indica dominant. I've got one strain I think I said was a 70-30, the exotic genetics peanut butter and chocolate, but that's about as low as I want to go on the indica side on any of them. That's just me though. That's just what I like. Yeah, that's true. You don't want to fly with that. I mean, people do it. I don't know how they do it, but because I don't fly, so. I see people all the time making posts before they fly about what they can and can't take. But having a blazing day. We are, man. Hope you're having a good day too. Eric 6 said, bro, I won Cap Junkie, S1, C Junkie, Bubble Up from Exotic, Adam Day's whole fem line, and a 3-in-1 device this week. Holy cow, you're on a roll, huh? Heck yeah. And a family there. I'm on the East Coast. If I can help, let me know. Appreciate all those tags, guys, you're putting out there. I guess, why did it not come up on the screen? There we go. That's better. I was busy reading comments back in. Yep, sorry guys. Go ahead and put your hashtag in now. You seem to be wanting slower life. Yeah, I get it. Excellent Tuesday for talking it up indeed. What's going on, Mr. Burns? Thanks for stopping by. How's your week going, man? Did you have a good Memorial Day weekend? Smoking anything crazy right now? Get this thing packed up here real quick. I'll start showing you guys what we did. I got a couple videos to show. The one video is going to go pretty quickly, the last one, from right before we left, because we were about 3 hours late leaving that day, and we were just tired, exhausted. Like I said before, what's a trip to the homestead without something going wrong, as it always does? We were anticipating, as we pulled up to the place, it was, everything was looking great. We came in, pulled into the driveway, it was dry. As we got back a little farther right before we hit the trees, it was scary looking. So what we call going down the rabbit hole, which is like, I come from the road, go through some grass, which is somebody else's property, and then I hit the woods of his property, and it's just like a cutout, just big enough for the car to go in. The overhanging branches are kind of in an archway, so literally like you're going down a tunnel or a rabbit hole. So as we started to go down the rabbit hole, I was like, no, stop. Those ruts from last time we were there were still so full of water. I wasn't gonna risk it. So that cut into a lot of time for us. I decided to go up and get the riding mower out and hook a tarp up to the back of that, because I didn't have a trailer hitch on anything that I could move the trailer with. So I just tied a piece of rope to the back of the riding mower, and then tied it onto the corner of a tarp through all the holes, like folded the tarp up into like a 6x6 square. And then I just piled wood chips that I had chipped up last summer into a couple big piles for future whatever. And I don't know how, like Jill, I don't know if she's still here, if you can remember how many trips I hauled of those, but it was a couple hours of just hauling those chips, getting stuck in the driveway with the lawnmower, having to empty, shovel in all the ruts and stuff. So we finally got that full. But in the meantime, Jill is a champ. She carried every single one of those gals and all of our belongings that were in the van back to the camper, and about halfway, so that's, I'm gonna guess, 400 to 500 feet, the rest of the driveway, plus the walk from there to the camper and the shed, and like everything you'll see in the pictures where she dropped the plants in front of, where she put them in front of the camper for the night until we got ready. But I felt so bad because the whole time she was carrying plants, I was just lugging wood chips, sprinkling them out in the driveway, trying to fill in those ruts and absorb some of that water. I need to get gravel dumped back there is what I need. But I felt so bad because as soon as she got done, she was like, "This is the last plant, brother." And I was like, "Okay." And I dumped the last tarp and was like, "All right, let's run into town." I think we had to get some gas or food or something. Sick, I don't remember. We had to go into town for something. But when we came back, I finally just drove it right down the driveway. We got right in, no problems. By the end of the stay, though, the last trip, it was getting a little slippery again. So I'm gonna have to get back there and get some work done on that driveway for sure this summer. We got Earl Foles coming in the house from YouTube. What's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. So this is my land that I bought. It'd be more than 6 months ago. It was last year. We did the whole last summer up there, and I bought it the fall before that. So the fall of 22, I believe, is when I bought it. Yeah, because we did spring and summer 23, and we'll be doing 24 this year. So yeah. Got Steve-O in the house. What's going on, man? We were just talking about you a minute ago. Appreciate everything you do for us. It's here, but she was walking 26 plants back and forth. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, it was like 8 loads, gravel, wood chips, just trying to fill those ruts in. It was a, it's her husband clip, 4.5 minutes each way. Yeah, it's a long walk. It was a lug to carry that, and especially those being in 5-gallon pots. It was, I thank you so much again. I just kept telling her thank you, all the whole 2-3 days we were there, the drive there, the drive back. Esteban, what's going on, man? Thanks for stopping by. Have you said? Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. She said, boy time does fly. Yes, it does. I was just, Google doesn't let you forget, neither does Facebook memories. My kiddo's 4, and it keeps showing me these pictures of, 2020 when she was born, 21, year 1, 22, year, you know what I mean? And it's like, wow. I was watching her yesterday run around and play. And was just amazed. Like, if you guys seen the videos I posted over yesterday, climbing the ladder, climbing the rock wall, doing the slide. I mean, there's even like this funky little like lily pad ladder thing with a pole in the middle that you can step up to get up to the thing. There's probably 8 of those high. Like, it's as tall as I am. I'm 6'3", but she took her time, couple minutes, one hand, 1 foot, one hand, 1 foot up on each one of those things, and climbed all the way up all by herself while I stood there and watched and made sure she was good. And just her mobility, her legs are all lanky out. Like, she getting to be that stage where she looks like what I call a Woody doll. Like, she's all legs and little body. What's going on, Mama Rochi? Thanks for stopping by. Got Gina in the house. What's going on? Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, it's closer to 2 years. Yeah. It flies. Ashley Huffman in the house. What's going on? First time going. Sounds right. Amazing blessings in all of our lives. Yes. Uh-oh. Did the math for 52 trips. Oh, shoot. Where'd they go? Almost 4 hours of walking. Yeah, that's about right. Because that's what I was thinking. Like 3 or 4 hours. I drug gravel and wood chips, and she carried, and it ate up the whole evening. I wanted to do other things. I was like, yes, as soon as we get there, if everything's good, we'll unload. We'll set those out. We'll get the pots laid out. We'll get we'll get everything laid out. That way, the first thing in the morning, we'll run, grab the soil, come back, fill them. No problem. We'll have this done in no time. Well, things changed because financially, I wasn't prepared for what I needed to buy for the soil, for the pro mix, the compost stuff I wanted to put in with it. So I ended up having to do something I didn't want to do, but I ended up using some of those 60-gallon pots again. Just kind of reconditioned what was in it. And then also used some 30 gallons that I got. I got 25 of the 30-gallon pots, but I only ended up using about 12 of them. And that's okay. So it'll be a good little side-by-side. We'll see what happens. We know what we got out of the 60 gallons last year. Plants going up are the same size as they were last year, if not bigger. Again, I didn't want to do that with the 60s, but I had to. I was just in a corner. Like, financially, I had to figure out a way to reuse and recycle what I already had. Try to catch up on these. So we did that, 12 of the 60s, 12 of the 30 gallons, and in those 30 gallons we mixed up the Pro Mix BX, which is for the outdoor use with the fungicide. What's going on, Chaz? Thanks for stopping by. Where am I at in Michigan? North, yeah, so like I don't know, about 45 minutes south of Grayling, near Holt Lake, Brudenville area. Next year, 250 gallons. No way, man. So what I found out is a majority of those plants didn't even fill that 60-gallon pot in the short summers that they have up there. So that's why I went with the 30s. I just wanted to cut it in half and see what happened. A 250-gallon pot, that's a lot. the 100-gallon pots that I bought, but that's a lot, but I never used them. Okay, so you're in Reed City? Okay. Like Cadillac. Okay, so you're probably an hour and a half, 2 hours or so from me to the west. It's beautiful more north. Like north where I'm at, or north like the UP. I don't want to go, like, I'd like to go visit the UP, but I don't want to go stay there. Yeah. So I don't really have an option up there, Eric. Like here, where I actually have soil in Ohio, yeah, they'll go just right in the ground. But up there, you get about 3 or 4 inches of soil, and the rest of it's sand, all the way as far as you dig. So there's really, like, I could dig the hole and backfill the hole, but again, that's gonna take more soil than it would to just put it, in those pots. So for up there, we put them on pallets, and like I said, 60, that was a lot of dirt, man. Even the 30s was a lot of dirt to fill up, but just, that was a little more manageable. So, it is what it is. I got the 60s and the 30s. I think it'll be an interesting side by side to see how they do under the same roof of the same greenhouse. Ah, Bay City, okay. Yeah. She said, I don't want to live there, but anywhere north than me is beautiful. Ah. Too long on winters for me, probably harder to grow for short. Yeah, it's a very short season. Like, even when we were up there last week, it was it dipped down to like the high 30s, low 40s the 2 nights we were there. Still have 1.5 bales of Pro Mix left too. Yeah, so they're gonna be what I use with the autos. I think the autos I'm gonna put outside. The autos are actually sitting right here with paper towels and plates. They're gonna actually probably get popped and dropped tonight. Got a lot of GrowFam autos in there. Excuse me, folks. Let me shut this up. Got quite a few GrowFam heirloom autos in there. Some of the originals that came out, the Mezcal, Pineapple Blue. I'm not sure what all I have in there, but I got some other ones too from like 2020. What's going on, Rasta Rhino? Thanks for stopping by, man. I'm gonna find one of these hashtags that you guys put up real quick so I can take this off the screen. We've got 40 people in on this giveaway out of 68 people here. If you're just coming in, guys, this hashtag is going to be for basically a seed to change GrowFam box. It's a GrowFam box with your regular merch in it, whatever comes in that, and then you're also going to get some packs of the veggies from them as well. So basically a grow box with a couple extra goodies in it and some veggies, or of some veggies. That sucks, all sand unless one has established gardens, but helps honestly for drainage in the rainier season in the fall. So here's what I want to do at my spot then, if you're on page with me there. I want to take an area, say 20 by 20, 20 by 40, whatever, put the plot, and I want to dig some of that out. And then, like you said, I want to start layering that with that lasagna style, the grass clippings, the leaves, the sticks, the mulch, or the wood chips, stuff like that. And then just create my own soiled area, which would then be higher, or a certain depth of soil, without just doing it on top of the ground. I don't really want to mound it up and make it higher elevation. I just want to make it soil. So I have some kind of a plot. Correct, and you're right there too. Rather have sand than clay. It's like putting them in a pool if you have clay. Yep. So the plot I have here, you'll see pictures of it here in just a few minutes. The plot I have here out back in Ohio, I just made it a little bit bigger this year, so it's like a 20 by 20 probably right now. Last year, the previous years it was smaller. I just expanded it this year just for fun. I need the space. So cannabis is legal here now. We're allowed to do 12. I have a privacy fence I put up out there so nobody can see it. and I need the space. I don't know if I'm going to do 12. I may stick with the 6 or 8, but there's going to be plants out there for sure. This has been built up over 10 years of doing that method of, you know, every year, every time I cut the grass, I just kind of lightly sprinkle it on top of there. It'll die. I know people talk about don't till it, don't do this, don't. I till mine. After so long, when there's nothing in it, the grass clippings, the leaves, stuff like that. First thing in the spring, I'll till it up nice and deep. No shame in my game. I'll till it up nice and deep with the tiller. And that soil that comes up is just black and dark and just so fluffy. And then I just let it sit, like that's what it's doing right now for 3 days. I think 2 or 3 days, it's just been sitting. I cut my grass over the weekend. I was able to just like sprinkle the lawn clippings so it would just flow back over the garden. And I'll let that sit. And then here probably tomorrow, that's been there. So then tomorrow I'll probably just till that back in again lightly, like not real deep, just turn it over into the soil a bit. And then I'll go ahead and start planting stuff in it. In the fall, the leaves fall. I cut the grass, collect the leaves with the grass, put another layer back on it. And then every time I'm dumping pots from indoors, I'm dumping them outside. So I'm dumping them out in my garden, kind of sprinkling it around and spreading it out. So I'm just putting everything I can. I'd have a compost pile. I'm flipping that. I'm taking layers of that out and putting them in the raised beds. So I'm definitely hip with making the soil, and what I got to do there is just a kind of on a bigger scale. It'd be like what you would do with a raised bed, but doing it on a bigger scale. 20 feet by 40 feet, 40 feet by 80 feet, whatever the plot needs to be. Yep, that is correct. Premium potting soils, like terms, are just words they use to get you to pay for dirt. And it really hurts your heart. Like for me, this past week when I went up there and I was like, ooh, what was it, like $400 for dirt? Paid $400 for dirt. That's not cool when you think about it, like when it's so easy to make your own dirt. So definitely last year was like, I've said it before, last year was just like the test run season for me up there. We just had to see how it would go, put some plants up, see how it would go, see how we can do it building a greenhouse to get by. And that's exactly what we did. But this year the plants are there, we have a greenhouse, we have yet to get that put up, but I'm not stressing over that. It's still early in the season, I don't really need it. That's going to be later in life for covering it up when they start flowering. And this year I'll start working on other things like a cover for the camper, clearing a lot more trees down, creating more wood chips for me for out there, and creating those plots and creating areas for the veggies to go. If not a plot inside of my second greenhouse just for the veggies to go in the ground right there. But definitely need to rework that soil and get it redone. I am doing good, man. I'm getting ready to show you guys some pictures and things of what I've been up to for the weekend and over the past week. I promise we're going to get to it here in just a minute. Just want to get some people, leave this hashtag up for a little bit longer. We got 47 people out of 70. That's it? And on this giveaway, 47 reaction. Guys, do me a favor, hit those reactions, tag your friends, share this out wherever you can. Especially Purple Harris Gardens, because I don't know if I did it there myself properly. So there you go, bro. Sand isn't the worst. You can make it loamy with more organic material. Will take some time. Oh yeah, we got time. Got plenty of time. So we did with our one plant, our one plot, 40 by 60. We don't even have to feed. See, that's what. So 2 years ago, I did the plot out back here. Last year I didn't because I was so busy with Michigan. So 2 years ago I did the plot out back here. People were amazed that they were like, what are you feeding these things? And I'm like, well, honestly, nothing. I've supplemented it with some fish emulsion maybe 2 or 3 times. But see, like I'll mix 27-gallon totes or 55-gallon drums full of water and fish emulsion and recharge, and then I'll pump that out with one of those sprinkle hoses. Like you hook up to it, like the hose wand you hook up, so it's like a sprinkler. And that's it. Everything else is already in the soil. You know what I mean? For 10 plus years, 10, 11, 12 years of just doing that system, the compost, the green, the browns, the old dirt from the grows, I mean, everything's going in there. The perlite, everything's going in there. So maybe twice. So rich. Some of my reels with Humboldt and Pheno Wolf genetics got massive. Year after year, it gets better and better. Yeah, that's why I'm so excited to see what happens out back here this year. Because I didn't grow anything back there last year, not veggies, not anything. It just sat as an empty plot. I think the raised beds had some stuff in it, but not the main garden. I'm really anticipating what's going to happen with those. Hold tight, coming up in just a minute. Can't afford the shipping, so I'm just here for the good vibes. No giveaway for me. Ash, do they pay shipping on this giveaway? I'm not sure. If Ash is still here, maybe he can answer that for us. But I don't think you do on these ones, bud. I could be wrong. We'll let Ash answer, or Steve-O, or somebody else. But let's get. At least the changes. But if we're gonna wait a minute, we're gonna spin that here in just a few minutes. Okay, so I was wrong. Yes, they do. They receive a code on the website, and you pay shipping for it. So yeah, that would be if you're gonna get on this one, make sure you can definitely do that. My apologies, I didn't explain that thoroughly in the beginning. Wings to change. Make sure that's not going to work. Make sure you're putting in seeds to change. I'm going to put this up for you guys so I can take this down. We're going to stop this screen. You can see me on the big screen for a second. And stop that screen for a second. Make sure I'm on the right picture first, though, before we get too crazy. Well, you act like I never used this computer before. Alright, so we might be able to skip over that one. Let me go back to here. Sorry, guys. I've got videos that are trying to load on me, and they shouldn't be. So let me make this big screen for you guys. The hashtag you're going to be putting in is down here in the bottom corner, guys. Seeds of change. In case you say it like that, T. I appreciate it, man. I'll tell you where to get that here in just 1 second. Oh my goodness, come on, computer. This thing's killing me tonight. Sorry, guys. Well, in the meantime, while I wait on that thing to load, let me go ahead and give a little plug here. So if you like that tea that I got on tonight, keep it organic tea from GrowFam, go on over to www.thegrowfam.com. Take out one of these awesome t-shirts. They've got many other varieties in there you can choose from. Hats, trays, beans, all kinds of things. Throw it in the basket before you get ready to check out. Make sure you put in Purple Hairs 10. Save yourself 10% with that discount code. All right, here we go. I think we're ready to go now, guys. All right, so this, while it looks funny, is the back of the van that we took up. Those windows are tinted, so don't worry about that. That is actually the 24 of them. I don't know if I can get that any bigger. There we go. A little bit. So that's actually the 24 of them in there, packed in real nice and tight. Chill, so that man looks familiar. 6-hour drive. And all the material and the supplies that I needed. Like, there was so much stuff that I needed to take up there. I was tripping over whether or not it was gonna all fit in that van. So I was just like, here, Jill, it's your van, you do your thing. I'm gonna hand them to you, you pack it in there like Tetris, however you do it. And this is what she did. Came out great. Nothing moved, nothing tipped, nothing snapped, nothing was broken. That's the most important part. So let's bounce. We may start seeing some videos and I may just jump through them here in a second. So this is a quick little video I made. I'm gonna kill the volume on it. If I can, I don't think I can. Little quick video that we had made. This is where Jill ended up dropping the plants right out front of the camper. This was basically chilling after we got done. Or I think that was the next morning, possibly. Yeah, that was the next morning. They were just sitting out there, just starting to get that sun. Oh man, they were all perked up, nice and pretty. After sitting outside in that lovely, cool Michigan humidity for the night. And you can see, guys, they're all different sizes. And this ended up being a video where I think the camera ended up falling over, like, I don't know, an hour or so into it. But it was basically, I just kind of stepped through here. But this is the old greenhouse, guys. This is just set up at the end of it. This is the 60s that we were doing. I'm just going to clip through this video because it's almost an hour long. But these are the 30s sitting here that you guys can see. The 60s are down at the other end, primarily. And you guys can see the plants are all tucked on next to it. We're just kind of staging everything. Jill did a great job getting everything staged out and ready to go as I just kind of kept going. Somewhere through here, I think the camera falls over and then we unplugs, but this is a quick little video. We took a break, so I was just kind of getting a quick shot of the first couple that we had got done. So there's 3 there. I'm not sure which ones these are at the moment because I go back through later and do a walkthrough. I think that's the blueberry, blue cheese, and kosher. So those are some 60s first, the 30s in the middle. We just kind of staggered them through there a bit. Some more 60s, another row of 30s, another row of 60s. So all the 60s that were sitting where they were just kind of got moved around off the pallets. I have to take these walls down that you see behind the plants back here that were the walls for the greenhouse last year. I'm going to take all of this down. These pallets are going to all be used to be under these plants just to get them up off the ground. This was a nice shot of like half of it when we got done. Yeah, I jumped back over to check the comments real quick and I was laughing. Just she's built manual labor. She is, man. She did a really good job. Like I said, I was really impressed, and I appreciate you so much for being able to go up and help me do what you did. So again, without that, I'd been up there for 4 days doing this by myself. But they look great. I think a couple of them, they're just kind of yellow. They were just lighter. They were so ready to get out of those pots, same as last year. But for the most part, like these ones over here. These guys here that were in the 5s were super bushy when I put them out there. And again, I think that's like the kosher and the mighty grape. Some of these in the 30s were coming out of either 5s or 1-2 gallon pots, something like that. Nothing was in a solo cup when it went out this year. So I'm already ahead of the game on a couple of the plants from last year. And just the fact that I think I'm going with the smaller pots in those 30s, I think they're going to do so much better when that fills that whole thing with a nice massive root ball. If I'm wrong and it gets root bound, I'll figure that out next. I've got something else I got a plan for that if that happens. This, I'm not sure which one that is, but this was still like halfway down. We were still filling these pots. We were just kind of blending and mixing all the dirt, the Pro Mix, and everything. So this is a pretty neat shot. You guys see my little friend here I got? We ended up finding him somewhere in the tall grass amongst the greenhouse, and I picked him up and stuck him in there. Like, ah, here you go, have fun. But that's the blueberry muffin we did. She's so light because I forgot she is just a massive nitrogen drinker the whole way through. Here's the same plant just a little bit farther back to show you that. If you guys remember though from last summer, my blueberry muffins, when I took them up there, looked identical to this. They had a couple more tops, but they were this. I went back and looked. They were the same pale green, the same dark purple stems, the same leggy stretches on the top. So I'm excited to see what happens with these. And our little friend there was getting ready to jump away. And you guys can see in the background my bucket of the Real Growers Grow Dots that I'm using. And there's a video I'll explain later. We're also using the the Pro Mix BX with Mycos, the earthworm castings, and some of this over here is some mushroom compost that we put on the top of it. There's a video. I'm explaining it all here in just a minute. Another picture of my little buddy. I hope he hangs out, man. I like Frog being in there. So yeah, here was a little quick video just explaining kind of how we were doing it. So I'll keep the volume down. It's pretty simple to explain over the explanation in the video. So what I'm doing here is we have the Pro Mix bag busted open on the top. It comes as a compressed brick. I like to take my fingers and just rake it across that top, break it up real good, and it's easier to work with. When you start getting big chunks of that in the pot, you gotta go through that and break it all up. Shit happens. Sometimes you gotta deal with it. So the measurement for those 30-gallon pots was like a cup of that plus a little bit in another partial, like 150 milliliters in that cup. Like the measurements with the tablespoons, I just went through and literally did like the 1 tablespoon per gallon and just did 30 of them. So it is exactly the right measurement for those size pots. So then I would just put that in. That's all Pro Mix down in there. So I just mixed it all up with the Grow Dots, and then I added more Pro Mix in on the top, the rest of the dose of the Grow Dots, and then mixed it up like this again. I think we can probably fast forward a bit. Yep, here we go. So that's with the other, the top layer on of the Pro Mix and the Grow Dot. I'm just getting my hands down in there, making sure I'm mixing up those clumps, making sure I'm digging deep down in there in the bottom to bring up the bottom mix up into the top mix and the top to the bottom and make sure it's blended in real good. I'm just getting ready to make the hole or drop that 5-gallon pot in back there. And that stuff was so dry, like I only had so much water up there. I had 300 gallons, but in retrospect, when you think about it, we used 140 or 150 gallons of water just to water these pots in. Being a transplant, being the first water in, I wanted to make sure they were heavily watered. But it was just such a pain in the butt. See how dry it was? To try to get that to form that hole. So it was like eventually I just took a shovel and started digging it out and laying it out into another like 50-gallon grow bag that was shallow. It was just such a struggle. So these had just been transplanted not too long, probably a week or two before I had left to take them up there. That's why these roots are kind of scarce and thin. So it's scary when they're that thin, they're not established like that. That's why I kind of showed the way I did it there. Put the hand on the bottom, hold it upside down, put your other hand on top, and just give it a quick flip. And you should be good to hold that whole wedge, especially since it is kind of wet. It should stay together. But then the next thing I did was press it, and then I kind of raked off some of that top. Packed it back in there. I did forget my grape white. Usually I would take that and sprinkle that down in the hole with it, but I was fresh out from getting all of these have had grape white all the way up to this point. And I'm thinking with the Pro Mix going into it now, it's going to be perfect. Not my bad. So I went ahead and I think trimmed and took away some of that lower stuff in there to try to get it a little higher. It's just way too underdeveloped down there. Put the mushroom compost on top of the pot, putting like 1 bag on every. Real simple. And then just spreading it out, making sure it looks nice. And then Jill was dropping the tags in it. And that was it. So this, yeah, we'll go ahead and turn this one up because this one is the one explaining, I think, what every one of these plants are. No, it's not.
Day one.
This was day one.
Fish.
It's the blueberry. I'm just gonna turn that back. This isn't the video I was looking for. This is only like a minute long. So yeah, this was the end of day one. So we left Wednesday morning, got there Wednesday night, had to unpack, unload, drag, fill the driveway. So then this was Thursday. We did this all Thursday after getting the soil, loading it up, unloading it, getting the pot spread, filled. And we were only like 3/4 of the way done on day one. So I won't, oh, shout out Everflow Genetics, little Rip Lobo cross with Below Zero. But I'll skip this one for now, guys. And that was a nice shot of the end of day one. We still have these bags down here in the background. We still had to do the next day. Still a couple plants to get done, but for the most part, when it's all said and done, they'll all be sitting on pallets like this, looking nice and pretty and clean. And it'll be in a different home with a different greenhouse around it. Now I'm taking the risk. I'm just putting the greenhouse up over top of the girls. So this greenhouse that is sitting here now that we used last year measures 21 feet from outside to outside wide and like 50 feet long from outside to outside. The greenhouse that we're going to put up, the more solid steel frame hoop house, is a 20 by 70. So I wanted to leave this here so I have some kind of a general idea of what lined up pots are going to look like inside of that area. And then all I got to do is take that down, drill, square out the new greenhouse around those pots, set the hoops up in the ground, put the hoops up, and then the hoops are there and ready to go for the plastic later in life whenever I'm ready. But it will add like 20 more feet lengthwise from this end where the water tower is. I'm sorry. To this end, like this is 50 feet where this pole is, and where this dirt, these logs are laying back here in the back in front of this old junk camper. Right in front of that is about 70 feet, the extra 20 feet that are looking at me. So I'm loving it. I can't wait to get those up. And again, this was the last, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 or so plants we had to do the next morning. What video is this? Oh, this is where, okay, I'm sorry. Let me start this over. I'll turn it up a bit. I'm just basically talking about top dressing it with the worm castings after the fact. You guys saw me put the Pro Mix in. You saw me put the compost, the mushroom compost on top. And then I went ahead and put, in the 60s, I put 2 cups of worm castings, and in the 30s, I put 1. On the top, raked it in, and this I'm just kind of showing a rough example of what it means when they say on a bottle or a container, a top dressing, to rake it into the soil when you apply it. You guys remember the Grow Wizard tea? One of the directions on there is a top dressing works. You rake it into the top of the soil after you apply it, and that's what you're doing right there. Just mixing it in with that top layer of dirt. It's tough to see because the mushroom compost is black, the earthworm castings are black, and there's just no way to tell the difference with the camera. But just work my way around the pot, blend it all up real nice together. That should get watered in thoroughly. All right, now this is the one, probably shouldn't have paused right there. That's a funny face. I'm gonna turn the volume up on this and stop talking for a minute, guys, because the video explains what every plant is. So here we go.
Here's what we got done in a day and a half. Berry. Kosher Kush. The cheese.
Oh, that's Everflow Genetics, Rip Lobo, and Below Zero.
Got a mighty Grape.
Mighty Grape.
Exotic Genetics, peanut butter and chocolate.
Peanut butter and chocolate.
Ebb and Flow Genetics.
Ebb and Flow.
Snow G #1.
Snow G from
Mendocino.
2020 Mendocino.
That's
Blueberry Muffin. Blueberry Muffin. Look at that. I love that. Nice and light yellow. I'll have her fixed though by the time I get up there. Another Snow G. Snow G. Purple Punch OG. Snow Cane.
Mendocino. Snow Cane.
Snow Cane. Snow Cane.
Flow Genetics.
Ebb and Flow.
Flow Genetics.
Ebb and Flow.
Purple Urkel.
One purple Urkel I got.
Snow Cane.
Snow Cane.
Snow Cane.
Snow Cane. There's a lot of Snow Cane.
Genetics. Spider Grease.
Tarantula Fighter Grease. Another Fighter Grease, Tarantula Genetics. Fighter Grease. And another Snow
There
Cane.
it is, guys. Went from one end to the other. Which it looks like right now. Don't worry about those poles. They're coming down.
And then right here, you guys, you can see where the hoops are laying. All the stuff is laying for the hoop house to go up right next to this bad boy. So next trip up, I'll be taking this old greenhouse
That's what
down.
we got done. And a half transplant of 26 plants. See in 30 gallons. Hit it back. Oh,
Yeah, we're ready to go at that point. So this, I didn't know that was kind of fuzzy, but so this was right before we headed out, what was left in the tent. I don't know why it looks all blurry or zoomed in like that, but that was all that was left. A couple of my moms that I'll be keeping here, a couple of the clones behind them that have been going outside for me. But other than that, that's it. So I want to show you guys this too. When I got back, I finally had some roots busting on these clones that I cut off of those moms that you just saw on the 9th. So it's like, what, the 28th, I got back. Way too long for me, in my opinion, to wait to get roots to pop. I'm trying out these rapid rooter drop plug, soil plug things, and I'm not hip with these. I'm a rock wool person my whole entire life. So I'm just experimenting because, 20 years of doing this, I still think it's fun to experiment and play around with things that I'm not hip with. I've been on a aeroponics kick for a couple weeks. I've killed 3 rounds of 36 clones just trying to figure out how to do aeroponics, but I was upset about it, but at the end of it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna keep playing with it and I'll just go back to what I was doing. These seem to work okay, these riot plugs or whatever. This was one of my Death Star cuts that had some roots coming out. I wanted to show these were splitting these plugs. These roots came up and just started pushing out of here and just started splitting the top of those plugs. Some of these don't look as good as the others, but that's a little bit of roots. Another Death Star looking good with some roots. This is one of the blueberries. It's pretty stressed out over this process, but if you see this right here, I think what happened right here is I actually pushed that into the plug a little too far and it just was almost about to pop out. That's the bottom of that stem, but the roots still took off and went crazy on there. I think I skipped it. Oh, it's one of the Kosher Kush. Like I said, she looks a little stressed out. I don't know what happened with her, but she kicked roots. We'll see what happens. I don't know why my pictures are like they're all zoomed way out. But anyway, this was the plot I was talking about earlier. There's a lot of rocks over here where I just tilted up the rest of the way across. Where I live used to be like an old gravel pit or a quarry, like a lake. And then they drained it out. So all of our yards out here are just filled with these big boulders. Over to the left, I've got a whole walkway just full of these rocks that I pull out, just chuck up along the house, and just make a nice little walkway out of it. And that's where I have the plants outside. The other picture will be where I put the girls outside here, plus some of the veggies and stuff. Again, again, these are 3 of the moms that I got. Shout out to Sticky Sprouts here in Ohio. That's who I picked these up from. When they were little itty bitty babies, a lot smaller in solo cups. The one in the front down here, right here and below, is the Tropicana Cherry, the top of it. And then I would say this one over here is probably the OG Kush, and this one is the GMO over here behind it. And that is what I got going on in the 10x10 right now, guys. Kind of breaks my heart, but it kind of makes me happy at the same time. She is done. She's unplugged. The AC is not killing me. The lights aren't making heat in the 90-degree garage. Oh, it's so quiet. I don't hear any money burning anymore out there. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at with that, guys. Let me get that out of here. And let me take this back up, and I'll catch up on a couple comments here, guys. Let me get this hashtag back up real quick for you guys to see, and then we'll spin that here in just a few minutes. Whoa, it took me away. That's all right. Keep that up. Nope, not like that. Like that. There we go. So what do you guys think? Let me go catch up on some of these comments and see real quick. Sorry guys, I didn't really pay attention. I just wanted to get through those pictures real quick. And I guess I don't really even have to show off the girls in the tent. I can if you want me to, but it'll just take a couple minutes. I don't remember how far back I was before I started showing those off. Okay, right. So, there's some pretty maters. Yeah. But yeah, Jill was a beach man. She carried all that stuff back for me, and I was just gonna like, well, I guess if we can't, we'll just sit in the van until we. Beautiful, beautiful love plants. Oh, thanks, guys. She'd be staggering. Well, we stayed smoking pretty good the whole time up there, so. Darker soils. So like I said, that was the pro mix. The really dark stuff I put on top was a mushroom compost, and then again I sprinkled the earthworm castings on top of that mushroom compost, and then just blended that in with the compost, making sure I didn't go too deep like into the pro mix for no reason at all. I just wanted to make sure that was all up in the top, because my next step was going to be to hook up the pump to the 55-gallon drum. Again, Jill and I carried 5-gallon buckets. Jill did 1. I did 2 when I was doing the trips. I did 2 buckets to walk up the hill from the shed, behind the shed, to that from that tank up to the 55, so that my hose would run and reach. So it was a lot of manual labor this week, and thank God for that. Jill being there, because it would have taken me 4 or 5 days to do what we did in those a day and a half. Make my 20-gallon look like babies. Well, those 60s do, yeah, but from the 20s to the 30s that I was using, probably not much difference. And again, those 60s were, in my opinion, overkill. If the 30s are like not enough, I'm thinking 40. I'm guessing a 40. I would have to go because I don't think a 50. I don't know, 40 or 50 would have to be where it's at. So Rose, I know these comments are old, but I'm just going back to catch up. I'm looking for blueberry muffin seeds. The place where I got mine was Humboldt County, the Humboldt County Seed Company, and I went through the seed cellar. It's a place in Michigan. Yeah, so we did the watering, the video where I walked you through and showed each one. Those were all with worm castings watered in, and we were getting ready to jump in the van and leave, and that was the last thing we did, was water every plant thoroughly. I think we went through again like 130, 140 gallons. Like who had said it puts dirt on thy hands. Oh, thank you, Canna Queen. Appreciate the compliments, guys, the comments. Yeah, I'm hoping they end up being pretty big. I'm curious to see if the 60s get the same size as the 30s, or if the 30s end up somehow getting just, I don't know. I'm anticipating to be surprised, so not planting the outdoor plants and pots and going straight in the earth. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing here in Ohio too. In Michigan, I haven't got. I would love to go straight in the ground, but I'm gonna work that dirt and I'm gonna work that dirt and make a nice spot to do it. I can't wait to get homestead. There you go, Rasta. I can't either, man. And again, bro, if you ever have any questions, I know I'm not the man or the pro at it. Ash would be your go-to guy for that, but if he's not around, I can definitely answer a question or two. I don't have the full setup like Ash does. I'm just up there kind of winging it, man, and trying to figure it out. Ash has the knowledge. He's my go-to guy if I got any questions. Definitely get the hose again. Background music. Sorry guys, hope you could hear it. All right, let me catch up on these comments, guys. What's going on over here? Move this around. We got 67 hanging out, 68 reactions. We got 53 people in, guys. If you put it in once, maybe try throwing it again. Seeds of change. Hashtag seeds of change. Mushroom compost. Yeah. No, Rose. Unfortunately, that was the last of the blueberry muffin beans that I had. I popped the last 3 or 4, only got 2 to actually come through. I did send another guy 1, 2 or 3 of them that I had before that, and then I did the 4 of the pack last summer. So I am currently out. I'm hoping to take some cuts off of one of these 2. I'm hoping I get what I'm looking for out of these 2, but if not, another day, another pheno on another time, I guess. But it's definitely going to be rolled out of the equation for now. Yeah, and it's an Ohio native too, the Death Star strain. And I was thankful to get my hands on that through a guy I linked up with through my other group, Napalm Gardens. Did you guys lose me again? Somebody said they couldn't hear me. Let me catch up. He said the tent's so full you can't even see him. Sean Moore finally came in the house. What's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping by. Winging it, Jerry. That's right. Unfortunately, I haven't, Jerry hasn't been up yet this year with me. He went up when it was cold, but yeah, man, mushroom compost. I'm a big fan of it. I believe in it. I put it in my raised beds. I put it in my outdoor garden plot here. Like the scoop loads you can get and have you put in the truck and you bring it home and sprinkle it. Yeah, man. And I really don't have any compost up north yet because I haven't done anything for that yet. So I forgot to go and buy it, put it on top of the bags, mix it with the earthworm castings, water it in. To help add whatever I can to that soil. No problem, Judith. Guys, I think we're gonna get ready to go ahead and spin this one. Pam showed up. What's going on, Pam? Thanks for stopping by. So, the Death Star, percentage-wise. So that's going to be more indica dominant, but yeah. And yeah, that's right. You got one from me. That brings me to my next thing, guys. If you're interested, shoot me a DM. We've been popping off. The clones have been happening. If you're in Ohio, I can get you connected with a bunch more people all over the state. If you're in the state, but Casey's one that's in the state with me got a hold of one of the Death Stars from me that I got, like I said, off of the homie Napalm. And but yeah, that's gonna be a little more. That's gonna be more indica for you, bud. It's a hybrid, but I'm not sure what the percentage is on it, to be honest with you. Send you a DM with the blueberry muffin. Yeah, I can do that. I gotta write myself a note though, because I'll forget as soon as I get off of here. Grows. EM seed cellar. There we go. Walk uphill. Yeah, had to walk uphill both ways carrying 5-gallon buckets. That's no doubt. Knee-high weeds too. Yeah, I got there and then realized my lawnmower wouldn't work. I mean, it would run and it would drive, but the deck didn't run. So like the thing, the lever to engage the blades didn't move at all. You would think so. The bigger the pot, the bigger the plant. But you also have to have a big hot season, a big warm season to get them that big. If you have enough time, yeah, the bigger the pot, the bigger the plant, the bigger the root, the bigger the fruit, right? But you can't do that in, 45 days, 60 days of a summer, which is, again, like I said, bro, they're still hitting high 30s, mid to high 30s at nighttime, occasionally at nighttime up there. The day we were there, the days we were there, plural, it didn't get above 74, 75 all day long. And down here it was 82 where I'm at now in comparison. So I'm thinking up there, shorter season, fill the pot as much as I can, because I think in the 60s last year it was so big and so big in diameter and so deep that it didn't fill up and reach and just fill up that whole pot. I'm hoping with the 30, they hit their limit, they just keep going and going and going and going, and there's like just so much. I'm just hoping it gives me better results, man. That's all I can say. Hopefully it works, fingers crossed. If it doesn't, we'll approach it differently the next year. Throwing up those hashtags again real quick. At least I'm catching up to it. Purple nurple, but one was not good. Utilizing all y'all's knowledge and the advice when needed. I appreciate the inspirations from you, Ash Grows, and my health and homesteading friend, Ashley Huffman. All good folk. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, you got a good lineup around you, man. You got a good circle of people to pull knowledge from. Star Musty, Michigan. Okay. Nice. I can, if they're young enough, if you don't mind them being fresh. I mean, they'll have roots, but I can. Just here to support the page and watch the live. Should be getting my Seeds of Change giveaway winnings. It should be in the mailbox tomorrow. Okay. 60s night in Missouri. Yeah, that's not bad though. Like that's good though. Yep, I think we've hit 90 once, or high 80s. I don't know what to believe anymore. You know how that goes. You look at the weather and it'll be like 82, but feels like 87. Well, then it's 87. I don't understand that. I think we've talked about this before. All right, guys, let's do the spin. We got 58 out of 70 reactions, 70 viewers, 58 people in on the giveaway. So like I said, I don't know if when I took it down it maybe paused it out for anybody to put it in. So if you came in while we were watching the videos, going over the pictures, and you put a hashtag in, I'm gonna give you a couple more minutes to go ahead and throw that hashtag back up one more time and see if it helps that number go up at all. I was seeing if you were going to show up, but yes, I did show off the one in the beginning. You might have to go back and rewatch that one, but let's see what I can do it again. Pam's wanting to see what we acquired on our journeys. So let's go with back on. Yellow sign, help it out a little bit. This one's got a nice little. So yeah, guys, if you're just coming in and you came in while we were doing the videos, make sure you throw that hashtag up, and we'll see what's going on. Well, and thanks for stopping in. We'll see if that helps the number go up at all. If maybe it made a boo-boo while it was down. But yeah, let's give everybody a couple more minutes here to get that up before we get the spin. That's not what I was looking for. That is right there. All right. Got a hold of this too while I was out. This is the grape cherry gelato. Let me see how well this looks on the. I don't know how well that looks, but it's pretty tasty, guys. It is pretty tasty. Not quite as purple as the first one we showed. It's got a lot of nice dark hairs on it. Good green color deep down in there. Super, super dense little buds on it. Reminds me a lot of the black cherry gelato that I've had previously. I had a lemon cherry gelato the last time I went up. That was way different than this, though. Than most of the gelatos, most of the cherry gelatos, I guess, that I did. This one, I'm not really hip with this. It's not bad, it's not terrible. Not, it's just not what I'd stop talking about it. This one is called Sponge Cake. And it is. It's real spongy, it's real green, but I don't know. It's got a poor trim in my opinion. It was just a poor trim. It's got a little funkier of a smell to it, like more of a musty smell to it than I would like. But again, it's called Sponge Cake. It's not bad. Nice little, to me, it's a nice little hybrid. So when I say hybrid, I mean like I can smoke them like cigarettes, because it's like, oh, that tastes good, but that's it. And then I'll show this one again. It's because it's pretty. This was the pretty one. This is the melted brain freeze that I was talking about earlier, Pam. I think I got a little stick on there. Oh. I don't know how well that's showing up. You guys might have to hit me up. No, that looks pretty good. Melted brain freeze. That's the real purple, frosty, tasty. Got there we go. All right, guys, let's check this number again so we can spin it. Now we got 62 in here. 62 on the giveaway out of 73 watching, 74 reactions. I'm getting blinded by the light. Got Devin in the house. Gone out. What's going on, bro? Thanks for stopping in. Esteban said, I can't see it. Send it to me. That's tasty. It is tasty. All right, let's put this back up for you guys. We're ready to spin this. I gotta get out of here. We got 5 minutes till the kiddo goes to bed. She had a great first day, I guess, at her little summer program she started today. She's been super pumped, full of energy ever since she got home. Hulk smash. All right, guys, let's spin it. Good luck to everybody. Again, this is for that Seeds of Change GrowFam box. It's going to be your usual GrowFam box. It's going to come with a couple extra veggie packs in there. Who knows what's in it? So if you get it, make sure you, if you win it, come to Purple Hair's Gardens and post it over there, what you got. Feel free to go to GrowFam and do it as well. That's what we call a proof post. Lets us know you got it. Lets everybody else know that we're actually sending you guys stuff out. So good luck. Here we go. Who's it gonna be? Mike Hood. Mike Hood. Well, technically Mike Hood is exempt from the hash and dash rule. So are you still here, bro? I want to see if you're still here though. That's a good goodie box. Good little box. I think he's still he was just up there talking. But I think he is. He's exempt from the old hash and dash rule, so he's a busy guy. I'll relight the rest of this little here doobie while we wait. I just want to see if he's here. I'm gonna put him down as the winner because again, I'm not gonna tell him Ash was just talking about that Friday, I think, on the Fam Fridays. My code is for sure exempt from the hash and dash rule. He's got GrowFam tatted on his arm. Yep. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Leave that up. Yeah, I got him wrote down. He gets it. He is exempt from the hash and dash. Doesn't matter if he's here or not. Yep, there he is. See? Yeah, we were just telling him, like, once you put that GrowFam on your body, this is a GrowFam prize. You're exempt from the hash and dash rule. Yeah, man. Well, do me a favor. You're all linked in. Reach out to Steve-O and let him know that you won the seat to change from me tonight. And I'm sure he already has your info, and we'll get that sent out to you, man. Congratulations. And feel free to share that over on Purple Hairs too whenever you get that. I think a couple years ago by some that worked midnight. Most I followed her on the evenings walking randomly. Yeah. Hopes the army hangs out the window while he's driving. Rachel said she just woke up from a nap. It's almost bedtime here. Yeah, Mike has a GrowFam tattoo. It's on his forearm. Right here, I think, on his forearm. A couple people out there have it. If I'm not mistaken, Chuck Rock does too, doesn't he, Mike? I'm pretty sure he does. I think he's got one on like his ankle or something. And then guys, we have you guys remember I was giving away the Foop garden packs and the Foop mist spray sample packs and stuff, these things right here. I just got another shipment from Foop on those. We will pick that back up probably next week. And they were smart enough to send me this. So that's the garden. No, this is the mist refill. Holy cow, I thought that was the garden stuff. Oh, wow. Okay. That's different. That's not at all what I expected, but that's cool. They sent me another bottle of the mist spray, and they sent me a big gallon of the mist refill for these things. That's awesome. So I have plenty of mist. Quite a minute. But then he also loaded me down with more packs of the sample pack for you guys of the mist spray. Garden packs. We just got a whole nother shipment in for them while I was away, waiting in the kitchen when I got. So next week we'll get back to giving those away again. Sending out a couple of slaps that I did get. I can't pick it up; it's on the tray. And guys, if you are watching, I have a question for the people who are watching. I have this tray laying on my desk. I feel like I gave it away weeks ago. So I don't know if somebody just didn't reach out to me about winning the prize. I think that was supposed to be this tray and some slaps or something. I'd have to go back and look, but I don't have any record of it. So I must have thrown away the list of winners that night, or I was smoking and didn't write them down. But I don't have any record of that. So if for some reason you won that, reach out to me. And let's talk about it and figure out where I can find, like, if you remember about how long ago it was, we can get it figured out, okay? So I just feel bad, like I just keep looking at this tray like, man, I feel like I was I feel like I was supposed to send that to somebody with something else, but and without having to go back and watch all the lives the whole way through, I guess I'll have to just go back and do that over the last couple weeks if I can't get somebody to hit me up about it. No problem, man. Said it's midnight in Ghana, West Africa, where he's at. Greetings to everyone from over here. Greetings to you, man. I hope you have a good night. We're getting ready to jump off here in just a second. The sweetener from Foop, yeah, it's I'll be running that stuff here in just a minute. I've got to get, I've still got the lineup over here. Just kind of skipped around it for a minute, honestly, because I needed to get everything ready for outside. And I needed to use what I'm used to using. To put it bluntly, I had to use what I was used to using to ensure I didn't mess anything up for what was the most important priority for me through the year. So I am going to do some small kind of like sea of green style, probably flowering indoors in the 2x4 over here behind me throughout the season. I'm going to actually start that hopefully here in a couple days. So with that lineup and with like my mother's, I'm going to be starting to implement that Foop with them and start to use that, show that off a little bit more and get familiar with that product. So be on the lookout for that stuff. It was the sample pack of all of it. I'm so excited. I won one, still waiting though. Yes, I do have yours. These are actually yours from last week, Brenda. I haven't sent yours out because we did the show Tuesday, and then Wednesday morning we hopped in the car and left, and then we didn't get back till Friday night. I was on baby duty, so Kylie could work Saturday and Monday, so I apologize. Those will be getting set. I'll be boxing those up tonight, making labels, and sending that out. And I'm hoping I can find out who that tray goes to and what I need to get together for that to send out as well. So I'll be shipping tonight, and I'll get yours sent out to you tomorrow with the rest. What do you do? What do you get if you get it on your piece? So I thought there was a few of you had to add that on there. We are the GrowFam Freemasons. All right, have a good night, Rhino. Appreciate your patience with that. Appreciate your patience. Let me scoot over here and see if I can open up this tent real quick before we log off for the night with our plastic delivery. Let's see if we can get you guys a good view in here. Probably not gonna go so well with that light. Let's do it. Oh, let's do it. Nope. You see him back there, guys? Got little clones in the front. Got a couple of lanky, leggy ones back there in the back. Get some trimming. The one all the way in the back in the dark bag in the back corner is the Death Star. Drop a can of cherries right in front of her, a little shorter one. One right above my knee here is the GMO. And the OG Kush is back there in the other corner of the room. Right over here. But that's it, guys. Other than that, the 2x4, well, I got another dome down there with a couple last clones in it. But other than that, I'm so happy to be down to just those plants. You have no idea. You have no idea. To have what I had here, one, is not a good number. Two, it's a lot of work when they're still kind of smaller pots, going through that transition and up pot phase. It's a lot of work to keep them watered, to do the transplanting, to mix the soil. It's a lot of work. So, Grassroots in the house, man. Thanks for stopping by for just a minute. We're getting ready to get out of here. I'm just showing off a couple plants last minute. And yeah, Mike Hood won that box. The seeds of change. Where have you been, man? I feel like you've been busy. Everybody's been busy. I've been busy. You still can't hear me, Joe? What about now if I turn the music down a bit? Yeah, I'm not sure. We're getting ready to get out of here anyway. Much love, and don't forget the DM. I got you wrote down here. Don't you worry about it. Brenda, thank you for that. I got you wrote down. We're going to get yours sent out tomorrow. I'm going to be trying that GMO for sure. And that's going to be one, like I said, I'm going to take one of everything I have. I have cuts right now of Death Star, Blueberry, Snow Cane, Snow G, GMO, Crop Cherry, and OG Kush. And then I'm going to take cuts of everything I took up north. And those are going to come back, hopefully, and I'll be able to root those. And then I'll be able to put all of that into the 2x4, one or two of each, 1 gallon bags, quick flour, quick time, and then I'll get like a quick pre-sample of the flour before I actually flour anything outdoors. So I know it seems kind of crazy, but I'll have an 8-week head start. So hopefully by the time these get done in here, those out there will start flowering, and I'll know like I'm not worried about bringing that back again. So now you just come in teasing us, tasting this Mac 1 peanut butter runts. That sounds delicious. Busy making man bod videos. That's funny. All right, folks. It is almost 10 after 8. I've got to get out of here. The kiddo has been loud and crazy ever since she got home from school, and I'm sure Kylie is ready to put her to bed. So we're going to roll out commercial or two, and guys, as always, we'll see you next week, Tuesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, Talk It Out Tuesday. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a DM. Jump on over to the page, the Facebook page, Purple Hairs Gardens. Give us a like and a follow over there. We're moving everything pretty much over to that page. Nothing's going to be, we're able to share the things out to the group Purple Hairs Gardens, but that's pretty much just like a, hey, share your pictures. We'll and do kind of memes, funny stuff like that. At this point, the page is where the lives are going to be probably most easily accessible. If you're not there, you guys have seen it going around. Make sure you go check out GrowFam TV. It's a profile, yeah. But that's where the future lineups are going to be. We just have to wait some time before we get. We have to wait the 60 days, the number of followers, stuff like that, in order to be able to broadcast over there. So, but in the future, that's where all the lives are going to be coming every night of the week from everybody over here at GrowFam. So make sure you get over there and check them out, GrowFam TV. And we'll see you next week, guys. Have a good one.
Hey everyone, it is Ash with the GrowFam Homestead, and we are excited to be teaming up with Foop to bring you one epic garden this season. From our cannabis plants to our more than hobbyist vegetable garden, we'll be feeding our plants only the best. Today we're going to discuss how we use Foop nutrients during the vegetative stage of growing our cannabis plants. We start by using half of the recommended dose that's on the bottle, meaning we feed 10 milliliters of Veg 1 and 10 milliliters of Veg 2, which is approximately 2 teaspoons, and about 2.5 or half a teaspoon of the sweetener per gallon of water. We be sure to check the pH. It should be somewhere around 5.8 to 6.2. This part is really important not to miss. You can adjust your pH by using pH up or pH down, and you can use a pH pen or strips to ensure the pH is within the range you like it to be. We recommend you use your Foop in organic soil, and when using this soil, we like to start out saturating about 10% of your pot size. That means if you have a 10-gallon container, you're going to feed roughly 1 gallon of your Foop nutrient solution. Of course, as your plants get larger and the root system grows, you may have to add more. The best way we like to water or saturate our container is slowly. We start out by just feeding 1 pint or 1 quart at a time and seeing how your substrate absorbs this. Once you've noticed that your substrate has soaked in all of the nutrient solution, you can add more if necessary. It is important to